And that's the reason why, I mean, if you're young, that's the reason why you're not all that confident with yourself. Because I think one of the things that made me a little more confident about myself, I was not born confident. I struggled with confidence in my early years. I was very shy. These days, I mean, I am an introvert and I don't prefer to talk a lot, but I'm not confident. Yeah, so I'm not entirely shy, if that's a word. Okay, anyway, how I got my confidence at the age of 39. I mean, it developed over the years, especially after uni. I think I was still quite shy in uni, maybe, but it developed over the years, especially after entering the workforce, because I started doing things that I never had the opportunity to do in my early years. I mean, I never joined contests, things that needed participation, and win things in school. So probably that's one of the reasons why I wasn't all that confident. But as you enter the workforce, you get to do things, work with CEOs, older people, get projects done, etc., etc., and all of that sort of shapes your confidence. And you realize that, especially at this age, everyone's just going through their own issues. The one thing about confidence is that it's relative. I think it's relative. Like, you can be a confident person in general, but if you meet someone who is much more intimidating, you will somewhat lose your confidence. And if you're someone who has zero confidence, you'll just be easily intimidated. So it is sort of relative. And once you understand that everyone's going through things, maybe not on the same scale as you, you'll feel a bit more confident in yourself. That is also to say that we are all going through different journeys, and your journey of confidence might not be here yet, might not be there yet. So, another way of being more confident with yourself is to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. And this does not have to be big goals in life. It can be small ones. It can be as simple as being able to wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning, or be on time at work. Those kind of simple goals, if you set those goals and achieve them, you have a bit more confidence about yourself. And once you achieve these goals, you just have to reiterate, like, do it over and over again. Set new goals, achieve them. Surround yourself with positive people, because you'll need that to achieve your goals. If you have a friend who's saying like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, I never believe that you can wake up at 7 in the morning to go to work on time. I mean, what's the point? Yeah, surround yourself with positivity. Positivity. You should also be proud of all the things you've achieved for yourself, regardless whether it's small or big. Being proud of the things you have achieved will help boost your confidence. I mean, don't brag about it, but just realize that there's no such thing as perfection. You don't have to be perfect. You can feel whole even as you are, Don't overthink. Try not to overthink things. I know it's hard if you're a chronic overthinker like I am, but sometimes you just have to tell your mind to stay quiet and make do. Be okay with it. Not everything's gonna be 100%. You don't have to be. Also realize there's no such thing as failure. I feel growing up, probably we got hooked. Was too obsessed with grades and getting an A or an F that, you know, there was a clear definition of a success and failure. But in life, once you step out of your education and whatnot and get into the real world, you realize there's no such thing as failure. There's only just how many times you try for things to work. Once you don't fear failure and like be kind to yourself about it, you'll be more confident with yourself, because there's no such thing as falling. It's a word. Falling. There's no such thing. We're in KL now. Look at this big city. And if you feel not confident in yourself, imagine how many other people who are also not confident in themselves. The world is big. You're just a tiny dust. I think my husband's tired of listening to me talk. We are humans made with imperfections. How pretty it is. Wish. You're also a unique human being and no one is like you. So if people are not the same with each other, why the need to compare? Why the need to feel everyone's on the same page? Because we're not. I didn't get a nap today, so I'm actually quite tired. Good evening. This is a pretty part. You should also be happy with yourself. Be content with yourself that you've gotten this far, and take a deep breath. You can figure out everything. At the same time, you can't figure out everything. But what I'm meaning to say is that when the time comes, figure it out. Don't overthink about it. You'll do a good job at it. Even if you don't, you've done your best, and you can still do a better job in the future. That's life, you know. Sometimes there's only one chance to do a good job. Sometimes there are multiple chances. So don't give up just because of the first time you feel like you didn't do a good job. Don't beat yourself up. Life is short. So why the need to worry all the time? Why the need to think of what other people think when all our journey is not the same? But at the same time, I am. Right here at the venue. Look at this old building, so pretty. I love the colour.
Looks amazing.
It's our old houses.
SGKC.
Okay, this is a Chinese school. Unique architecture. I think when you try new things, that also gives you the assurance that you can figure things out and you can do things that you probably did not have experience for, and that somehow adds to your confidence as well. I think that also played a part. In the last few years, I've done quite a few things, explored new ventures online, and I know validation is not something we're supposed to seek, but this is probably a validation that I created for myself, that I am actually a capable person despite being laid off, despite not being able to get a good paying job. Those are external validations, and if you're going through those things, it can be quite demotivating and you lose confidence in yourself. I probably did lose some and probably working on regaining it back. The fact that I did manage to get a remote job recently, and I would say doing a pretty good job at it, is also helping me build the confidence that I probably lost over the last few years. There was mixed feelings with doing things for yourself and at the same time not getting the external validation from other people. I would say I was a bit torn in between. Let me know if you've gone through something similar. I really don't wish on it. I really don't wish for it on anyone. If you like to hear this kind of stories and my thoughts, not exactly stories because I don't always have long stories to tell, but if you want to know more about my journey, thoughts of things that are going through my life, and if you think they can resonate with you, subscribe to my email newsletter. The link is in the description down below. It's something new that I'm testing because I don't think everything gets on YouTube, because making YouTube videos is kind of hard and time consuming. So I would like to have a different channel for sharing things, probably on a more deeper level, and you guys can even get to reply back to me if you want to, of course. So don't forget to put your email address.
Kisah bau smoky flavor kan?
There's a valet parking.
Nashita
besar dan lepak.
That's cheese eh?
It's so nice. I don't know if I should just.
Is it intention?
Might have student exclusion, tapi I tak tahu how to start. Wait, so who watches it?
Huh?
You or
I watch.
I knew because he was watching, but I didn't really follow through. Plus, yeah.
why do you like it? Like,
So I don't. But yeah, so. So wait. It's not an embassy. It's a destination. So kids are just hanging out. Yeah. Tak lah.
When you get older,
Hmm?